Hello, live stream. What up? Um, okay, so let me just, how do we do this? Let me just send the link, to Twitter, and then we will get started. Also, I just wanted to say that, oh, I already have some person here. Dr. Dro Dirty 2002. What's good, ma? Hi. Nino Liberte Fias says, hi. Okay, so let me just send this link to my Twitter, and then we will get pretty much started. Um, yeah. I can't believe 22 times. That's kind of crazy to think, but here we go. Just opening up Twitter. Okay. Live stream is happening right now on the channel. Join us here. Send the link. There you go. There we go. All right, we're good. So yeah. Let me know if it ever starts to buffer. I have the live stream opened up here on my computer as well to watch, but just let me know if it starts buffering. So what's it called? I know what to do. Also, I need to like get a headband, like, cause the bottom of my hair is like, I don't know, like some stragglies here. So I'm gonna like literally undo my hair right now and just kind of fix it in front of you guys. Okay, Nino Liberte Fiaz. Did you see Infinity Wars? No, I did not see Infinity Wars. Frankly, I don't really like care about Marvel or anything like that. I've seen what Marvel movies have I seen? I saw Black Panther, obviously. I saw Spider-Man Homecoming. I honestly haven't seen any of the Iron Man, so I haven't seen any of the Thors. Are there multiple Thors? Haven't seen them. I haven't seen any of Guardians of the Galaxies. And I was in the middle of watching Doctor Strange when I was uh on the plane back in January, but then I fell asleep in the middle of it, but not because it was bad, but just because I was tired. Um that pretty much is like my experience with Marvel. So, yeah. Oh, also, if you guys are just joining the stream, if you wouldn't mind giving the stream a thumbs up, that'll really help. Okay, Shamia 1500. I saw the thumbnail and thought Beyonce dropped something. LMAO, you look so hype. Unfortunately, that has not happened yet. I don't know why I post like that in my thumbnail. I think I was just like, oh, it's the picture is gonna start, so then I just like looked really happy. But believe me, if Beyonce dropped something in the middle of a stream, if ever that were to happen, like, whoo, that would be something. But yeah, I mean, Beyonce, where's that album, girl? Because we've been waiting. We've been waiting. Um, Bert, how was your guys' weekend? Did you guys do anything exciting? Did any of you see Infinity War? I feel like that was the thing to do this past weekend, was to go and watch Infinity War. Um, I didn't do that. What did I do? Friday? What did I do Friday? Oh, Friday, I basically drove my mom around to different stores so that she could shop. And then yesterday, I legit filmed 8 videos with my cousin, 4 for my channel and 4 for hers. So we literally did that all day yesterday. And then today, I pretty much stayed home and I've been like trying to edit some of the travel vlogs. Honestly, I'm still a little like burnt out from like the marathon filming I did with my cousin yesterday. But yeah, I just stayed home, been editing videos and stuff. In the afternoon, I like went to KFC and got lunch for the family and brought it back home. And that was pretty much my day. So what did you guys do today? Edward 2012 says I just saw it a few hours ago. I'm assuming you're saying Infinity War. Did you like it, Edward? I heard it was like very emotional. See, and that's the thing too, is like I'm the type of person, no matter what I watch, like there's a level of empathy I will always have for like the grain. So I might be like, oh god, but it's like I'm not gonna have the same like emotional connection in comparison to someone who's been like waiting like 10 years for this movie. So I don't know. Part of me also just kind of wants to watch the other Marvel movies before I see this one, but I don't know if I have the time or dedication to do that. So yeah. Uh Katie is here, y'all. Katie, hey y'all. Hey Katie, I have to respond to your comment on the Whitney Houston video, but yeah, I need to respond to you there. But yeah, oh, and then oh my gosh, okay. Oh, I know what I did Friday. Okay, Friday, uh yes, I did drive my mom to different stores, but I filmed my reaction review to The Handmaid's Tale on Wednesday night because on Wednesday I spent the entire day with my cousin, and then I got home like Wednesday night, and I literally like stayed up until like maybe like 2 or 3 a.m. recording those videos for The Handmaid's Tale. And then Thursday, because that's normally when I would edit it so it'd be out on time by Friday, but all day Thursday I was pretty much working and literally had to like haul you know what to get those videos done, which is why they came out late. Because it's like, if it was just one episode, I don't think it would have, I'm sure it would have come out on time on Friday, but it was 2 episodes. So it was like two double, like, it was like 2 hours worth of like The Handmaid's Tale to edit down. So that was like really tricky. Oh, okay, Shimmy at 1500. To be honest, I was going to see Infinity War, but I'm high-key saving my movie budget for the summer movie season because Deadpool 2, Ocean's 8, and Incredibles 2 are about to get repeat viewings. Oh, yeah. I didn't see the first Deadpool, but I really wanted to see that, so maybe I should watch that before I watch Deadpool 2. Honestly, you guys, like, I don't know. There's a part of me that's, like, a little over superheroes. No offense to the people who are watching this that are really into, oh no, it, like, looks blurry. Okay, I think I'm fine. No offense to the people who, love superheroes. I just, like, that's just not my thing. But, definitely will think of checking out the first Deadpool before I see Deadpool 2. However, the superheroes that I am excited for is Incredibles 2. The Incredibles is like one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time. I think I was 10 years old when when the first one came out. And I just, oh, I love The Incredibles. And super excited for Ocean's 8 because just that cast looks so freaking stellar. Um, Oh, Dean Classic. Hello. Hope your weekend was grand. Oh, it's Dean. Hey, Dean. Hope your weekend was grand too. Let's see. What else is there to say? Okay. Ooh, I have a question for you guys who are watching. Do you guys think I should change my upload time from 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is midnight, to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? So that's like 12 in the afternoon here on the West Coast in the United States, because I was doing like my research on YouTube, and apparently like uploading around like that time, it's better for like YouTube algorithm. And I think it's also, I don't know, it just like also makes sense too because it's like people are awake during that time, so they could just like easily click, they could easily like watch the video right then and there as soon as they get the notification, or if they're on YouTube, and then they would see it right then and there for their subscription box, versus like releasing the video at midnight when possibly people are still sleeping. So I don't know, it's like midnight has usually like, and there's been tons of times where I haven't hit my midnight deadline, but midnight is usually the time when I upload videos. But I don't know if I should like start uploading videos at 12 in the afternoon West Coast time. So if you guys have any thoughts about that, if you want to like comment right now and give me your suggestions, because I don't know, ugh, I don't know, because like that, and the thing is too, it's like a lot of like the YouTubers that I follow, they tend to upload around like morning, afternoonish during the weekdays. So I'm just like, maybe I should start doing that because it's like maybe more people are awake during that time, but I don't know. So if you guys want to leave any of your suggestions, that would be greatly appreciated. Um, yeah. Let's see. What can we talk about in this stream? Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Uh, Katie, just keep uploading. We'll watch. LOL. Yeah, Dean Classic, yeah, I truly think morning afternoon uploads are best for a better global reach. Okay, okay, yeah, I was thinking, and honestly too, like, I'm supposed to be uploading vlog number 3 from the Philippines in, like, legit 3 hours, but it's not done yet. So I was thinking maybe I can try it with the next vlog. So vlog number 3 will be out by 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, that might be a thing because I'm not even done with editing that vlog and I'm live streaming right now. So yeah, but for sure I'll keep uploading. No worries, Katie. But yeah, if any of you are in the live stream, are you guys like have you seen that new Whitney Houston American teaser trailer that came out? Because we could just like talk about that right now. Um I don't know if that's gonna like make people who are in the stream right now feel not part of the conversation, because I do know, well, I don't know if as a topic is a very niche thing, but we can talk about that if anyone is down for that, or if you guys have any other suggestions as to what we can talk about in the stream. Open to talking about that or anything else. What else is there? Oh, like a couple minutes before I was a couple minutes before I was FaceTiming with my nephew, um, I was watching some Coachella vlogs. I don't know why, like they all just started popping up like today and yesterday, and I was just watching them and I was like, damn, I will never want to go to that. uh, Dean Classic, what do you think of the recent hyperbolic statements about Beyonce being better than Michael Jackson? Ooh, let's see. You know, it's really funny that you bring that up, Dean, because I was thinking about, well, okay, before I begin, for the longest time, I've been wanting to start doing like video essays on my channel as well. Among the other many things I'm doing on my channel, I've always really loved video essays. Like I'm a huge fan of the nerd writer, and I would love to start making video essays about like pop culture related things on my channel. And when I saw the whole Beyonce versus Michael Jackson debate occurring, I was like, maybe this could be a possible topic for me to do on a future video essay. But if I were to just like answer that right now, I just feel like I think Michael, like obviously I get where the comparison is between Michael and Beyonce, because what Beyonce is like doing in terms of like the visuals of her performances and just being like a really full consummate performer in terms of like singing and dancing is a huge thing. It's like I get where the comparisons between B and Michael are, and for me I think both of them each have individual strengths. Like for me, as amazing of a dancer as Beyonce is, I still think like Michael Jackson in his prime is just like really something else. But I also think that like in terms of like live vocals, I think Beyonce is better than Michael. Like if you were to give me the choice of listening to a live Beyonce concert album or a live Michael Jackson album, I most likely would go for the live Beyonce album. And I also think too, like the difference between B and Michael is I feel like look at me like calling them by like nicknames and first names like I know them. The thing is it's like Beyonce has an amazing team. Not to take away anything like from Beyonce the artist. However, I think Beyonce has done a very great strategic thing in terms of surrounding herself with other key creative people on her team who, you know, who she respects their opinion and she knows that they can help bring her vision to life. And more importantly, like I feel like those people that Beyonce hired, they're not yes people. Like these are people who like if Beyonce were to like suggest something that was like really dumb or really like what the hell, these people would be like, I don't think so, B. Whereas with Michael like liked to surround himself with yes people, which like ultimately led to his demise. So, with that being said, I feel like because Beyonce has like a better overall team than Michael did, there's like in terms of like staging and production, like Beyonce's right now a current artist, and right now the expectation of artists right now is for everything to be very like conceptual and to like it's very very like thought out. So Beyonce has like tons of meaning in her shows, and like she has like screens and all this different like moving parts a part of her show, and that's what really makes it such a like a really intense experience when you go see her in concert. However, with Michael, it's like sometimes the things he would do in his shows, like I don't know if you guys ever saw the Dangerous tour, but like at one point during the Dangerous show, he literally has like a rocket ship appear on stage, and it's supposed to like fly away, and that's how Michael leaves the stage. And I remember like watching this E News special about Michael Jackson, and the person who was like part of like Michael's team, like one of the concert financiers was like, when Michael told us about the ship, we were like, Michael, we can't afford the ship. And Michael was like, make it happen. And they did and then they did make it happen. And then like they lost money. It's just like those people who were surrounding Michael, they didn't know how to say no to when Michael was like going a little like whoop de doo with his ideas. However, so like I would say like I don't know how to describe it. It's like so it's just so hard because even though there's similarities, there's differences because they're coming out of different eras. However, what I will say like it's just I don't know how to describe this. It's just like Beyonce, like her shows are very like conceptual in a way that Michael's just was not. However, if you were to take all of like the screens and the backup dancers and like the conceptualization out, like take that away from Beyonce and just say like Beyonce, okay, you're gonna go on stage and it's just gonna be you and a mic girl, and then you were to tell like Michael Jackson, most importantly Michael Jackson in his prime, because that's what we're comparing like him to. Like I personally believe like right now Beyonce's in her prime, so we gotta compare what her to when Michael was in his prime. So if we take current Beyonce right now, put her on stage with just a mic and that's it, just her on the stage, and then we take Michael Jackson in his prime. So I'm talking like Thriller Bad era, put him on stage with just a mic and that's it. Just the two of them. I personally believe that Michael is still better than Beyonce. That's just my opinion. Some people might get mad and some people might say, well, no, it's not true. Like, no, no, no. This is just my opinion. I'm just basing it on like pure, raw, like ability and talent. Not to say that, Beyonce's not talented. She is, but I just feel like there's a certain like magic and genius when it came to Michael that just no matter how hard any other performer like works, they're just never gonna be able to have that magic spark that Michael had, because it was just like it's just kind of like otherworldly. Like when you watch him dance specifically too, like go back and watch Michael Jackson 1988 Grammy performance when he did The Way You Make Me Feel and Man in the Mirror live. Granted, he didn't sing The Way You Make Me Feel live, but like man, when he moved, it was just like he had nothing. It was literally like just him and like four other backup dancers, but that was it. And his only special effect was like a sheet that dropped like 15 seconds into his performance. And then when he goes into Man in the Mirror, it's just like it's so raw. Like he's not depending on anyone else. There's nothing there. It's literally just him and a mic, and that's it. So there's like I don't know, that's just like my thing. And I just feel like too like a lot of those like performers who came from like that era, like you have like your Michael Jacksons and like your Princes and like your Whitney Houstons, like these are people who like they didn't have like conceptual ideas to like I mean like they were creative, but they didn't have to like think in the way that performers do now, where there's like a ton of meaning, and like the meaning is the thing that really like pushes their performance. Like it was really just like them on stage, and that's what like captured you as an audience member. Like Michael with his like dancing and his like performing and his just like Michaelness, and then you have like Prince like freaking jumping off pianos, guitar, doing all the live instrumentation, and then you have like someone like Whitney Houston just like standing on stage with the mic and like her literal voice, and that is it. And that was just like just that pure talent and ability coming from those people. Like that's what held your attention. And I just feel like I don't know, not to say like these performers now they can't do that, but it's just different now, because again I just think it's like different expectations. I think we expect our performers to make statements now. So um yeah, I'm gonna just like leave it there. Okay, Dean, classic. I agree. Factually, Michael is infinitely better than Beyonce, but then again, I think the Michael I followed would smile and want her to be better than him. Oh yeah, I totally agree with you, Dean. I feel like if Michael Jackson, like he's like honestly, even though he may arguably be the greatest entertainer of all time, he is probably one of the most humble people ever. And if he were alive today, like he would probably be like, "Oh no, she's better than me." Like he would probably do that. So, yeah, I agree. He tends to like support people. Um, Julia Roberts. I don't think you could compare the two like that. Two different times. I hate when people compare current and past artists. There would be no Beyonce if Michael and other artists hadn't paved the way. Oh yeah, I like 1,000% agree. I just think it's ridiculous to compare artists from like I think it's ridiculous to compare artists in general. Like it's fun, but I think sometimes people get like too into it to the point where they start insulting like the legacy of artists who are no longer here, or they start to like, you know, insult current artists right now, and like they really start to underestimate their talents. Like I just don't think it's fair on either ends. Like let them both be great. I think it's amazing that, you know, there was a Michael Jackson that existed in time. He paved the way for someone like Beyonce. And, you know, we're now living in a time where Beyonce is like in her prime right now, making amazing, great, meaningful work. And then, you know, a couple years down the line, there's going to be a future artist, and they will probably, and Beyonce may have paved the way for whatever they're about to do. And I bet, you know, the younger generation, when that future artist comes, they're going to be like, oh yeah, they're better than Beyonce. And it's going to be like, no, calm down. So, yeah. Shimia 1500, I just find it hard to compare people from different eras, different technologies, different methods, different expectations, and different standards. Yeah, agreed. That's basically what I've been saying. Julia Roberts at Shimia 1500, exactly. That was over 30 years ago. Things are different. Yes, agreed. Julia Roberts, that's my biggest issue. You can't erase someone's legacy. Like the people who dragged Mariah Carey, she's Mariah Carey, and the stamp she made needs to be respected. Oh, yeah. Like, and that's the thing, too, is I feel like it's sad that like that era of artists, you know, like let's forget like Michael and Whitney and Prince because they're no longer here. However, it's like, you know, when it comes to like your Mariah Careys or even like your Janet Jackson, who some like Janet Jackson for a lot of the time she gets discounted in a lot of these conversations. She's never included, and people kind of like, you know, they laugh at her and they're like, "Oh, why would we include Janet?" But, you know, Janet, she did a lot in her career, and she made a lot of like political statements during a time when not many artists, who especially who were mainstream artists like her, were making statements. And I think it's sad that sometimes I feel like that era of artists, like when you've like reached legend status, it's like you have to die in order for people to start respecting your legacy and who you are. And it's like, no, we should be respecting them while they're here. And, you know, just we shouldn't be erasing all their accomplishments just because they're not like the in current thing right now, and they're not the most trendy people. Like, I don't know. It's like respect the artists who came before, because your faves would not be here if they didn't exist. So that's my 2 cents. Shimmy 1500. I feel like this era of stances is annoying as hell. They like to disrespect legends way too much. Agree, agree, agree. I don't know. It's like weird. And then like sometimes it's like they'll like this is like we're of an era too where the internet is so accessible, where they could like Google something really quickly and be like, see, that person like didn't hit that note right there, or see, you're comparing like a random Michael performance that you just randomly found on YouTube just now and comparing it to like Beyonce's best performance, or like insert current artist's name here, most like, you know, best performance. Like, you know what, like calm down, little stands. Like we need to just like breathe. That's the one, like as fun as like stan culture can be sometimes, like I love to have, you know, a fellow fan community and share like and like bond with other people who love an artist as much as I do. Like I love that part of the stan community, and like making little fun jokes. Like I love that. But what I don't like is when, you know, the stan wars about who's better and who's more relevant, who's had more number one hits. I just think when you start behaving like that within like, you know, the stan community, it becomes very it's not fun. It's very tiring, and it's just like, why are we doing this? Like, can't we just celebrate good music? I don't understand. Um, Let's see, Katie. People don't include Toni Braxton either. She's an icon. Oh yeah, Toni. I mean, Toni Braxton's Let It Flow off of the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack is like, that is my go-to jam right now. It's been getting me through a lot, honestly. Julia Roberts, a lot of younger fans don't understand and they're just messy on the internet. Agreed. I say that all the time. I feel like Mariah won't be truly respected until she's gone. Yeah, it's sad. And like honestly too, like especially in light of Mariah Carey like coming out as bipolar, I feel like people like up until that point, honestly, like Mariah Carey, like her persona became like a caricature, and people started to just think of Mariah as like, oh, she's like, you know, this really big personality, like which she is, but it's like they started to not really think of Mariah in terms of her like musical talent and ability. And I feel like now that, you know, she's come out as being like bipolar, I think that's definitely like helped contextualize the times when people were like making fun of her for acting like, you know, for acting very differently and acting odd. And I just feel like even though she came out as like being bipolar, I feel like we should have like, you know, talked about it a little bit more and been like, wow, Mariah, like that's really brave of you to do. But, you know, unfortunately, she's, I don't know. I think just Mariah deserves more respect. Mariah deserves more respect. Um, yeah. ASAP Loney, that's what artists don't understand nowadays. You have to praise the people that came before you because without them, there would be no you. Amen, amen, agree. Um, Julia Roberts, this era of stands are annoying AF. They have like endless knowledge of chart data and somehow all are all voice experts. LMAO. Yeah, and like honestly, like I know that like it's cool to like point out, oh yeah, like such and such person had this number of like Billboard hits, and like we can point to Mariah and be like, this woman has had X amount of number 1 Billboard hits. We can point to Michael Jackson and be like, Thriller is like the biggest selling album of all time. Point to said artist and be like, they have done this. However, I feel like to justify like that is the reason why you love an artist is simply because of stats. I just feel like I don't know. It's like that's kind of ridiculous. Like for me, like I get why that would be like concrete evidence as to why they're like amazing, but when it comes to why you personally love the artist, to just point at the stats and be like, well, this is why I love them. It's kind of like really like because like for me, when I think about like my favorite artists, like even like Michael Jackson, who has the biggest selling album of all time with Thriller. If someone were to ask me why do you love Michael, I never say, oh, because he had the biggest selling album of all time. Like I don't know. It's just like these people are more than stats. Like I get it that you're using it to like back up why your artist is like really really great, but it's appreciating music and appreciating your artist is more than just stats, which I think a lot of like young stans don't think about. um, the the crap, I like that name. Do you speak of the Chili's? No, I don't know what that is. Shimia 1500. Oh, I think I'm buffering. Uh-oh, I'm buffering. Okay, I'm fine. I kind of wish artists would start calling their stands out. Imagine how much anger could have been avoided if Beyonce and Rihanna would tell their fans to shut up and that they don't have beef. LOL. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like I don't like it would. I think honestly, there's a point, there's a level when art like there's a level that an artist like can reach when it comes to their stance, like when you're like Beyonce level or Rihanna level, when it's like when you tell your stance to like stop, like they will listen to you. But at the same time, like I don't know, sometimes I feel like that can like take a turn for the worst, you know. I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense. uh Mason Nepshio, do you watch Game of Thrones? No, I don't. Julia Roberts, they use it as evidence to prove that someone is better. I think you're talking about like stats and whatnot, but like chart data, I think. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, true, agreed. Dean Classic, thanks be to God that I don't even know what stance is or means. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, stan is okay, so the word stan, I'm pretty sure came from an Eminem song, and an Eminem song called Stan. And in that Eminem song called Stan, the song is basically about like a really really obsessive like fan who is a huge fan of Eminem, I believe, and then they eventually like in the song they go to kill themselves because like Eminem didn't answer their letter in time or something. And I think like Stan is it's like combining the word fan and like stalker. So Stan, fan, like, stalker, fan, Stan. Um, and it's like, so Stan is when you get to that really like that person or that artist or that television show or whatever, that character, like that is like your thing. Like you absolutely love that thing. It's crossed the level of like, oh, I casually listen to said person, or oh yeah, I like that. And it's crossed that level to now where it's like, oh, I really, really, I'm really devoted. I'm very devoted to the thing. Um Shamia 1500, the fact that Eminem started that phrase and it's now such a big thing in like LGBT culture is hilarious. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like don't even realize that Stan came from an Eminem song. Like I think a lot of people, like a lot of young people at least, or like specifically a lot of people on Twitter know like you're aware of the word Stan. Um and it tends to be like a lot of like the LGBTQ community, or if like you're a stan of a specific artist, like you would be familiar with that vocabulary. But I think there's actually a lot of people who even use those words that, I mean, well, specifically the word stan, who they use that word and they don't really like know the background of that word. It is quite funny to think like Eminem, it's from an Eminem song. um Mason Nepshield. I thought Ariana was dead, but then she came out with a new song. Um, yeah. I don't personally Julia Roberts get the GTFOH. Yeah, I'll let I think I know who this. Oh yeah, her little default picture is of Ariana Grande. I'll let her deal with Mason. Because I like Ariana Grande, but I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm like a huge stan or anything. I don't really know that much about her. But I did do a reaction review to her new song, No Tears Left to Cry, on my channel, so plug, you can watch it. But yeah. I think it's a really interesting idea when what's it called? It's a really interesting idea to think of, like, I don't know, for me I think about this all the time. Like people who stan artists who are like no longer here. You know what I mean? Cuz I just feel like that's such a different experience when you are standing someone who's not currently alive or making music. Like cuz like for me, like I stan a lot of like artists who are no longer here, which is why I think I get so people who are out and alive right now who are currently making music, and I feel like those stands like they must be tired, man, because like every day there's just something new to look forward to versus like when you are a stan of someone who is no longer here, it's like I guess I'm just gonna rewatch this performance, or I guess I'm just gonna rewatch this I don't know, interview or something. I just feel like it's a very different experience, and it could kind of be a bit, I don't know, like isolating in a way, because it's like you feel like there's no one else with you in that community because it's kind of like nothing's really happening. Um, let's see. Artemis Lestrange, hi, can you recommend me movies? Any genre will do. Thanks in advance. Let's see. Any movies? I really liked Love, Simon. That came out in theaters like a month ago, so I really like that one. Um, I thought Ready Player One was really fun. That Steven Spielberg movie. Let's see. I mean, like, those have been out for like a month now, so. I don't know. I don't know. What else is there? I mean, Infinity War. If you're into those Marvel superheroes, you can watch that. Um, I don't know. It's hard. It's like, I I think you should start with those. I think those are pretty good. Mason Nepshield. She was amazing and victorious. Oh, I think you're talking about Ariana Grande. Yeah. Dean Classic. I know exactly what you mean. My music library. Whoa. My music library full. with dead artists and I find myself rewatching their shows and videos. Tis a interesting type of fan. Agreed. It's a very interesting experience. I feel like sometimes like when I listen to artists who are no longer here, I'm like listening to specific like decade of music and I listen to it like all the time. Like in my head I start thinking like I don't know, it's like weird. I feel like I'm in a time machine. Like I feel like if I listen to a lot of like okay, like if I'm listening to a lot of the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, I will literally feel like I'm in the 90s. And then like when I turn on the radio and it's like clearly we're not in the 90s, I'm like, what the hell? What is this? Like it's weird. Music is kind of like time traveling for me in a sense. Um Julia, oh wait, no, Mason Nepshield. And I feel like Victoria Justice kind of hates her because in the later seasons people were only talking about Ariana because she was starting her music career. Julia Roberts. Oh yeah, her and Victoria Justice are beefing. Wait, okay, wait. Question. Is Victoria okay, I know Victoria Justice that was a show, but is that actress like is that her real name? Her real name is Victoria Justice? Answer me. Shimia 1500. Being a B fan was stressful until I realized that Beyonce doesn't have a schedule and will release an album on a random Monday and then go on tour and leave for 3 years. Yeah, that's another interesting experience of being like a Beyonce huge fan stan is that like ever since self-titled came out, it's like you have to be ready at all times. Beyonce doesn't care about your sleep schedule or the fact that you may not have enough money in your bank account. It's like when the queen comes, you gotta be ready to pay up if you want to enjoy the experience. Like, it's kind of scary actually. You're just like, oh god, I don't know. Like, honestly, for the longest time, I've really thought about like, say, like legit in my like bank having a literal account that says like my Beyonce savings account. So I know like when it comes time for her to go on tour, like I'll be ready. um, Julia Roberts. Victoria Justice was meant to be what Ariana Grande is now, basically. Oh, so Victoria Justice sings? Okay, so I'm assuming that is her real name. Question. Did Victoria Justice sing on the show? And also, like, I saw those old pictures of when Ariana Grande was on that show, and, like, she looks really different. Like, not in a bad way. I don't know, like, I don't think she had any work done, but I definitely do think, like, they definitely, like, glammed her up when she reached, like, her I'm Ariana Grande pop star status. You know what I mean? Um, ASAP Loney. Lonnie? Certain people, music are timeless, like Whitney, but as far as Ariana, her music won't last 5+ years. Sorry. Um, I don't know. It's like, it's so hard. It's because it's like we know that like those artists, like your Michaels and your Whitneys and your Princes and your Janets and your, we know that their music is timeless because like time has passed since that music came out, and you know we still like refer to their music. Um, I'm not quite sure about today's music though, and I don't know if it's because like a personal preference or taste that I may or may not agree with that statement that today's music isn't necessarily like timeless. Like I don't know, like for me like the last like era of like true timeless music for me, like the most recent era of music that I deflect back to every now and then would be like like the 2000s, mid 2000s. Like I feel like 2006, 2007 was like a really good year for music. And then possibly like you have like maybe like a couple albums here and there like 2010, 2011, but in terms of like the music landscape as a whole and that like mainstream music has gone to, like I'm not a huge fan of like trap or anything like that. I'm not a huge fan of EDM. So I don't know. It's hard to predict if the music of today is like timeless. I think they're definitely music of the moment, and I think that's why a lot of artists, you know, they're not a lot of people are like album artists anymore. They're more about like getting like a hit and getting something that will be streamed a lot because, you know, of today's culture and society where it's very like we kind of have like ADD in a way, and that we we don't focus on things for too long. We like move on right away. So, yeah, I don't know. Timeless and today's music, that's an interesting topic for sure. Um Julia Roberts, Beyonce is the reason no one promotes albums slash videos slash CDs that much, or they'll do it on short notice. Oh yeah, agreed. Like Beyonce for sure set that trend. There was like that time though when like I think when Beyonce first released self-titled, like Kanye was saying like, "Oh, that's been my idea for the longest time, but Beyonce did it before me." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, she did. She did it before you, and she did it really good. So now it's Beyonce's thing. Sorry." Um, let's see. Shamia 1500. I only have a title just in case she decides to drop something. Yeah, I honestly I have title, and I pay for my title, and I do it to support the Carters. I like title, and honestly like it's like at this point I don't want to switch back to Spotify. The one thing I will say about Spotify that I really liked is that the end of the year they show you like this is the music that you were listening to, and this is how many hours of music you listened to, and this is the artist you stream the most. Like I love looking at that stuff, and Tidal doesn't have that. That'd be like my only like qualm really when it comes to like Tidal or Spotify. Also like I remember when I first started using Tidal instead of Spotify, it was like the interface of Tidal is so weird. Like the app itself, it's kind of like confusing to navigate. So I don't know. They need to work on that. Let's see. KDB is rude AF. Still waiting on our concert DVDs. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for Mrs. Carter on DVD. I'm still waiting for the Formation World Tour on DVD. I know her and Jay did the On the Run, show that was for HBO, but like, are we ever gonna get a DVD version of that? Huh? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because like I love my Beyonce. That's a combination of Beyonce and concert Beyonce. I love like my Beyonce concert DVDs, like Roseland when she performed like all of four. Like I love those. So the fact that like they have that the fans could rewatch, it's sad. It saddens me. Let's see. I hope I'm not buffering. Let me load this again. Do, 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 do. Hope I'm not buffering. Okay. Alright. Going back to the chat here. Shimmy 1500. I'm still waiting on Beyonce to release the full Kitty Cat video. I know, right? That Kitty Cat video that's on YouTube is so freaking short. It's like a minute long. Like, not even. And it's Beyonce. Beyonce, what the hell? Mason Nepshiel. Do you think this woman's work sounded better in The Handmaid's Tale? Oh, I don't know. I think it sounded fine. I don't know. Do people have a problem with the way this woman's work was performed in The Handmaid's Tale? Because I know Maxwell performs the original, and I'm pretty sure in The Handmaid's Tale they had a woman singing it, but it's like, obviously they would have a woman singing that song in The Handmaid's Tale, like, hello, this is The Handmaid's Tale. So for me, I enjoyed that version. It was very emotional, and I mean, I think it added a lot of like emotional depth to the scene. You're just like, oh my god, great musical choice. Uh, Julia Roberts, yes, the show was framed around Victoria Justice singing No One Cared. Ariana Grande released a few songs in 2013 and blew up. Julia Roberts, at Jimmy 1500, that pisses me off to this day. Also, the video to put in a love song, where is it? Oh, I know. And like we see those, you know, they like, I think there's like 2 or 3 pictures floating around on the internet of, didn't they like shoot that in Rio de Janeiro? It's like Beyonce and Alicia Keys like in these outfits. We will never see that. Like, I don't know, Blue and the twins have to hijack Beyonce's vault at some point in order for us to see those. Um, Katie, I was literally typing the same thing at Julia Roberts exactly. Shane 1500, at Julia Roberts, she doesn't love the hive. I know, Beyonce could be so rude to us sometimes, I swear. Julia Roberts, at ASAP Loney, I'd agree, but Ariana didn't just have a few one-hit wonders. She has 3 solid fan base. People said the same thing about Britney Spears 18 years ago. True, good point. Honestly, like, I will say that I feel like out of, like, all the young pop girls, I do feel like Ariana Grande, like, I could see her being, like, potential, like, when she gets older, releases a couple more albums, like, she'll be considered, like, one day, like, one of the people, like, that defined, like, music in this, like, era. Like, the person that I really just like cannot stand when it comes to music today is Selena Gomez. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Like I know that she has a couple of like catchy songs here and there, but when it comes to like her singing, like what is her ability when you go to see her live? You know what I mean? Like you know how like you're clearly not there to listen to her sing live because like what is there to listen to? And then when it comes to like her performing, at least like you know, even though Britney may have not had the greatest voice, like she wasn't a Christina, at least like Britney back in the day could dance. Like Selena can't even do that. So like, what are you really going there to see when you see a Selena Gomez concert? You know what I mean? So she's someone who I'm just kind of like every time like she's on a music award show, I'm like, why? What is happening? Um, whew, yeah. Artemis Lestrange. From Beethoven's Symphony 9 to Lil Pump's Gucci Gang, it has been a mighty fall for the human civilization. Dean Classic. What is that poster beside the MJ one behind you? Oh, this one right here? Okay, so that was a prop for a movie that I was a producer on for my senior thesis when I was in college. Because when I was in college, I was a double major. I double majored in psychology and creative producing. And creative producing was a program under the film school. And for our senior thesis, you had to like work on three different student film projects, and in one of the projects you worked on you had to be a producer, so that's a prop from that short film that I produced. So yeah, that. Oh no, why is Katie laughing? Uh-oh, I feel like it buffered. Okay, okay, I hope you guys heard that answer. Oh no, it's buffering again. Eee! Oh no. Uh-oh. Let me know if it's buffering, you guys, because I don't know if it... Oh. Oh no, I'm so nervous. I hope... Oh, well, you guys are still talking, so I'm gonna assume that this is okay. Um... Okay. Let's see. Um... Where did I go? Okay. Julia Roberts, I like Tidal, but Apple Music is so well tailored to my laptop and phone. Yeah, see, I use Tidal on my phone and on my laptop. Except sometimes when I use Tidal on my computer, it like buffers, so that's really annoying. Act easy. Um, let's see. Dean Classic Artemis, I wholeheartedly agree. Mason Nepshield, do you think in the future all the entertainment will be owned by Disney? No, I don't think so because I feel like that goes against like the rules of like vertical integration. Like that's the reason why the movie studios are set the way they are, so they wouldn't have a monopoly over like movie theaters. So yeah, I don't think so. It seems like it, but I really don't think so. um Julia Roberts, I feel like Disney forced Selena into music. She's a way better actress. Yeah, I don't know if like necessarily like Disney forced Selena to go into music. I think like Disney encourages their artists to be like well rounded and like be actresses and singers and fashion designers and blah 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 blah. However, I do feel like I wholeheartedly agree. I think she should go back to acting and like leave music. I don't know. Like I think her skill set is more accomplished for acting. Um, let's see. Dean Classic looks that way. Mason. And what's not helping the fact that people are enamored with Monopoly. Shimmy 1500, I'm glad that Selena Gomez is working with a pedophile so that I can have legit reasoning to cancel her. Wait, what? What are you talking about? You need to update me on that. Who are we talking about right now? Katie's laughing. Artemis Lestrange, Shawn Mendes, or Charlie Puth? Who's the better singer in your opinion? I don't really listen to both of them. I don't know, they kind of sound the same, don't they? Julia Roberts, I canceled Selena Gomez in 2011. Yeah. Movies FN, hey, hey. Um, Julia Roberts, I prefer Shawn Mendes. I didn't expect his music to bop that hard, to be honest. I thought it would suck. ASAP Looney, yeah, someone is definitely controlling Selena Gomez. Acting was her thing. Julia Roberts, on Disney, Demi was the good singer. Selena Gomez was the actress. Demi Lovato is a horrible actress. Agreed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, Demi's a singer. Selena's more of an actress. However, I feel like, I don't know. Is Selena, like, more popular in terms of me? And Selena is kind of like Britney and Christina. Like, you know how back in the day, people pitted Britney and Christina against one another, and it was like Christina had the voice, but Britney was more of like a mainstream pop star. That's what I feel like when it comes to Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. It's like Demi is more of the Christina. 'Cause she like has the voice and she's like gone through like serious shit, and like I feel like she has some like pretty solid music where it's like Selena's more of like this pop star, mainstream, but you like I don't know. At least Britney could dance. Selena, I don't know what you're going there to see her for. So yeah. Um, being classic. Uh, what do you think about film schools? Is it a waste of money, or do you think it's good to attend them for the sake of getting good connections? I feel like film school, like that whole experience, is really like what you make of it. Um, the film school culture in general could be like really, it could be a bit of a turnoff because that is the like, if you want to find pretentious people, go to film school, like, because your classroom will be littered with a ton of pretentious people. And like the thing with like film school too, it's really interesting because like people will literally judge you based on like what movies you like or what TV shows you like. And I just think it really depends on how you utilize your time in film school. um let's see. And you know what's really interesting too is, I don't know if you guys know this, but the creators of Stranger Things graduated from the film school that I went to, and the creator of Dear White People graduated from the same school that I went to. So Justin Simeon, if you look, I went to school, and it was so funny because I remember like when Dear White People, like the movie first came out, like seeing that poster all over campus and being like, oh my god, they're coming here to screen that movie. Like the creator of Dear White People is coming to our school to screen this movie. Like this is gonna be awkward because like the school that I went to and the school that the creator of Dear White People went to was like, there's a reason why I called it Dear White People. It's like predominantly white. And I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be such an awkward experience. And then when I found out during the screening, because there was a Q&A session afterwards, when I found out that he graduated from our school, I was just like, damn, that just says a lot right there. So again, like in regards to film school, I just feel like it's all about how I'm back. Okay, here we are. Let me reconnect again. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm stopping and going a lot in this stream. Okay. Let's see here. Julia Roberts. Disney was forcing everyone into music in 2008 because of Miley. True, especially because like Hannah Montana was really popular. Shimmy 1500. I really canceled Selena Gomez when I found out she was friends with Taylor Swift, but that was kind of petty. LOL. I think a lot of people canceled a lot of people when they found out that like their fave or whatever was like in the Taylor Swift squad. Um, Julia Roberts at Dean Classic. Lindsay Ellis has done a few videos about film school and whether it was worth it. She went to USC. Yeah, so you can go watch that video. Mason Nepshield. Sad face. Shimmy 1500. Selena's working with Woody Allen on a movie. Oh. Girl, really? Okay. Dean Classic. Super cool. I'll check it out, Julia. Artist Lestrange. Although I was too young, early 2000s was my fave music period. Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory and Evanescence's Fallen are timeless gems. I never really listened too much to Linkin Park, but yes, Evanescence, I remember that album cover. It was like blue and she was like that on it. Yeah. ASAP Lonnie. But to be FH, to be frankly honest, how is Selena succeeding in the music industry? That's a great question, girl. Katie, this Selena shade is cracking me up. She's trash. Taylor is too. Yeah, I feel like they kind of like overlap. It's like if you don't like one, you probably don't like the other. So yeah. ASAP Lonnie, like, where are we going with this music thing? Yeah, it's a great question. I think we're all asking that, quite honestly. Um, Julia Roberts, Demi and Selena were best friends. They were on Barney together. Demi got pushed off of Disney when she went to rehab. Selena cut Demi off to protect her reputation, in my opinion. Oh, damn. Okay. Shimmy 1500. I thought about going to film school, but I don't have time for everyone thinking that they're the next Alfred Hitchcock because they scripted some dry ass dialogue with tense background music. Yeah, there's a lot of ego when you go to, film school. Movies FN, would you be here for a Hillary Duff album? Always. Fun fact, actually, when I used to dance growing up, like I danced for 17 years, and one of my friends was actually a Hillary Duff backup singer during her like With Love era. Like when Hillary Duff was doing like those songs like With Love and she was going on tour, one of my friends was her backup dancers during that time. So that's my little Hillary Duff story. I also had a friend who was a backup dancer for Taylor Swift on her Red tour, which is a bit unfortunate. Um, Shimi 1500 at KD, right? Taylor Swift and her KKK audience can really exit stage left too. ASAP Lonnie, I never gave Taylor a chance to begin with. Never was a chance, never will be. And again, how the F is she excelling in the music industry? Her music is trash. Are we talking about Taylor Swift? Artemis Lestrange, oh no's, live stream's down. Okay, I think it's back up. It's back up. Um, Julia Roberts, did you see what Selena Gomez's mom said about her working with Woody Allen? No, I did not. I really am so out of the loop when it comes to like artists of today. Except like Beyonce, she's like the only one I genuinely like care about and like will keep tabs on. But these other girls, I really don't have time for. I don't have enough mental space in my head for them. Um, Julia Roberts, I want a Vanessa Hudgens album. I just feel like Vanessa Hudgens is so into her like Broadway career now. It'd be a while for us to like ever get a mainstream pop album. Like if we were to get an album from Vanessa Hudgens, it'd probably be like her singing contemporary versions of Broadway songs. Like that's the lane that Vanessa's in now. Shamia 1500, Allie and AJ actually started releasing music again, and it's really good. I hope it inspires other Disney girls to come back. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember that Allie and AJ song, Potential Breakup? That was such an effing jam. And like the music video was like black and white, and it was like, I don't know, it was really cool. I liked that song. Like that was one of my faves when I was in middle school. Um, Julia Roberts, her mom made a long post about how she spoke to Selena, but at the end of the day, Selena is an adult and that she didn't raise Selena to be that way. Oh, so there's some like tension and fighting. Like her mom doesn't want her to work with Woody Allen, but Selena's like, bye mom, I'm about to get that money. Interesting. Yeah, Julia Roberts, it was messy. Dang. Yikes, that sucks. Awkward. Eh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Selena is like low key that person that cares like more about her career than she does about like her personal relationships. So like I'm kind of not surprised, but I don't know. Movies FN, Selena is fake. Yeah. I mean like I'm just gonna assume these things. I really don't know, and like I really don't care because again I just don't really care about a lot of these current pop girls except for Beyonce. What are your thoughts on Amy Schumer? Oof, Amy Schumer. She is. I don't know. It's like people, whenever like they talk about like the evil trinity of Amy Schumer and Lena Dunham, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Am I buffering again? Let me reload this. Okay, Shumi 1500. I mean, Selena is dating Justin Bieber, so we already know her decision making is off. Yeah, and she's gone back to him several times, so like clearly there is something there. Julia Roberts, Amy Schumer, and she gave like the less than symbol. Katie, she is trash. Shumi 1500. I can't stand Amy Schumer. Woo, I hate her so much. So I heard that just came out. It's like I Feel Pretty or something. I heard like I just looked on IMDb and it was like rated really really badly. So I don't know. Katie, Amy, and Lena trash. Artemis Lestrange, Justin Bieber lip syncs during live concerts. What a cheat. Yeah, and like I don't know, Justin. Like, come on, kid. Like you're still young. Like you should still have the ability to like sing live. Julie Roberts. After they said those things about Odell Beckham, I was finished. Oh yeah, I remember that. Especially like that was Lena Dunham, right? I don't know. Lena Dunham's like the type of person where she like always plays the victim in situations, and she always sees herself as like like the world revolves around her. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like that's Lena Dunham's shtick. And then she's like problematic in a lot of ways because she is so like self views the world. So yeah. Um ASAP Lonnie. So what do you want to do with film? Perhaps be a director? For me, I if I ever had like the opportunity to work it like in film and like on a movie set, like I wouldn't turn that down. Like, but for me, my thing has always been television. Like I'm more of a TV person than a movie person. I've loved TV like ever since I was 12. So for me though, when it comes to like being on like behind the scenes, I'm more of I would love to be like a producer and have like my own production company because again, like that's what I went to school for. I went to school for creative producing. So, yeah, my thing would be like producing and I would love to produce television shows, online digital content, and other types of things too, like movies, documentaries would be really really cool. So, yeah, that's kind of like my foreseeable goal. Um, let's see. Movies FN. Why do people hate Amy Schumer so much? Every time I go so bad, I wonder why. Yeah, just I feel like just read a Twitter thread and you'll find out why movies FN. Shimmy 1500. I hate Lena Dunham more, but Lena Dunham is also a child molester. So Amy Schumer likes to say a lot of terrible stuff, then flip it and try to play victim and blame it on her weight when people drag her. Yeah, she tends to do that a lot. What kind of shows would you like to work on? Ah, I'm more of like a I think like drama is more of like my shtick, like my thing. Like I think I know that genre fairly well, like drama slash miniseries or like limited series. I don't think like I enjoy watching like sitcoms and like comedy, but for me, I don't think like I don't think my mind lends itself to that sort of thing. However, it is kind of funny because me and my two friends around the time when we were seniors in high school, we came up with this like idea for a possible TV show, and that was a comedy. So I don't know. I don't want to limit myself and be like I will never do that, but I do think I'm more of like a drama limited series like person. Yeah, like that'd be like more of like my thing. Uh, Artemis Lestrange, do you have a TV show that you wish you'd produced or directed? Ugh. Let's see. I mean, like, there's different shows that I like love. Like my first obsession when it comes to TV, like my real adult TV obsession, not like Disney Channel. Although like That's So Raven was like the effing jam when I was a kid. My first like wow, I love this show was Desperate Housewives when I was 12 years old. I was in 6th grade. Absolutely adored that show. So, I mean like I don't think like overall like across the seasons it was good, but I loved that first season of Desperate Housewives. Um as cheesy as this may sound, I loved that first season of Glee. I just like I know it's really really cheesy and people will be like, "Oh my god, that's so lame. You liked Glee." Whatever, whatever, whatever. But I do think like that first season of Glee was so solid and like a lot of like what they did on that show cuz it was like drama, but there were also like comedic elements too and like the comedy on that show specifically in the first season because I think in the rest of the seasons the comedy was very forced, but like the comedy in that first season of that show was so like up my alley because it's very like very like snarky and a lot of like pop culture references and like the utilized music in that, so I absolutely loved that show. um like I mean, I really liked Desperate Housewives, so I loved when Big Little Lies came on HBO. People versus O.J. Simpson. I mean, American Crime Story in general, but I was more of like a People versus O.J. Simpson fan. Um, I don't know. I mean, oh, Friday Night Lights. Really loved that show, except like there were a couple seasons in there that I was like, what's happening? Uh yeah, I'll just stop there. But any of those shows. Also, another show that like really made me like want to low-key be a producer was, even though this isn't scripted, it was when Oprah during her 25th season had this show called Oprah 25, behind the scenes of the Winfrey show on her 25th season. And like the way that show, because like the premise of that entire show was like a docu-series, and in each episode they basically showed how like episodes came to be, and they like showed the producers running around and trying to like get guests and like logistics and all that stuff. So like, I don't know, that's kind of like, I love that. Like that show made me like low-key want to be a producer and be like, oh yeah, like I could totally see myself doing that. So I don't know, there's that. That was a lot. So I would just say those. Katie, say that at Shimmy 1500. Dean Classic, if you were a showrunner, what TV channel would you rather be on? I mean, if it were to be for like broadcast, I'd probably say ABC. But in terms of like overall, like FX, I really love what they're doing on FX. And HBO, because you know, it's HBO. Also, like I would like, I mean, I think, you know, the digital streaming platforms is also the place to be right now. Like Netflix or a Hulu would be really really cool. I think like the one network like low key I wouldn't really want to be on is like CBS. I don't know, like whenever I think of like that the network of CBS, I think of like elderly people. And I just feel like the kinds of shows that are on CBS right now, like a lot of like those sitcoms like Big Bang Theory, I just think that's such an like, and they have like they still have like the studio audience laughing. I just think that's such an outdated way for TV. Like it's fun to watch Friends reruns and hear the in audience studio laughing, but I just feel like that's such an outdated way of storytelling. Um, let's see. Shami 1500, can you just see if Ryan will hire you for one of his 1800 shows? Oh my god, if Ryan Murphy, like, ever were to, like, offer me, like, or if I ever had the opportunity to work with Ryan Murphy, like, I would go for it. I love, even though, like, Ryan Murphy, like, low-key, sometimes, like, his shows are very inconsistent. When he is on, he is so on, but when he is off, he is real off. So, yeah, Ryan Murphy is one of those people I really, really, like, look up to. Artemis Lestrange, Wolf Hall, Mildred Pierce, Kate Winslet one sounds right up your street. I haven't seen that, but I feel like that another show I really really love. I still haven't finished it. I still have like the last season to go. Loved Downton Abbey and The Crown. Oh my god, like those British dramas. And like when it comes to British drama shows, like I think we're living in a time in TV right now where we're so used to things happening really quickly, but I love that like those shows, they just luxuriate and they take their time. Oh my god, what a breath of fresh air when you're when you're watching those shows. It's just like, oh, that's why I like absolutely. It's like whenever I watch Downton Abbey, it's like I'm enjoying a piece of cake and eating it very slowly. Like that's literally what I feel like when I watch Downton and The Crown. Okay. Artemis Lestrange, streaming gives more space for creativity than cable, right? Um, in a way. I mean, I think the place that really limits your creativity is when you're on, like, the broadcast networks, like your CBS's and your NBC's and your ABC's, and your Fox's. It's because, you know, the FCC really regulates a lot of the broadcast network shows, whereas when it comes to, like, cable network shows, like, I mean, cable networks, like your FX's and your AMC's, like, you're a little less restricted in what you could do. But, I mean, for me, I'm like, either way, like, if any of them take me out, like, I would go. So, uh, let's say, Julia Roberts, can I just say the first four seasons of SpongeBob were perfect? I think about this a lot. The content has surpassed a decade and it's still relevant today. Totally off topic. No, it's not off topic. You're talking about like good TV writing. That's and like the thing with like SpongeBob too, it's like you're saying, it's like the writing of that show and the comedy of that show is still so timeless that like young people today are literally using screen caps of that show as jokes and it's still like funny and relevant. Um Shimmy 1500, the first four seasons of SpongeBob truly is good TV, like actual timeless TV. It's funny to this day. Katie, not CBS shade. Oh no, Katie. What show do you like on CBS, girl? Back in the day, I really used to love like Amazing Race on CBS, and oh my god, I think this show was on CBS. It was called The Mole. Do you guys remember that show? Because I had like a bit of a spy phase when I was a kid, and I loved The Mole. That was a good show. I'm pretty sure it was like hosted by Anderson Cooper. Let's see. Mitch, it's interesting that you like British shows. I'm British and I find them so boring. LOL, I only watch American shows. Ha, that's so funny. I mean, like, I'm not, like, into all the British shows. Like, I mean, like, The Crown, Downton. I have friends who keep telling me to get into Doctor Who, but I don't know. It's like, whenever they talk about Doctor Who, it's like they're, like, emotionally broken, so I don't know if I could do that. And then, like, another British show, well, I don't know. Do they still consider it a British show? Like Black Mirror? I absolutely love. So, yeah. Let's see here. Shimmy 1500, daytime TV really is for old people. I don't think there's anyone under the age of 65 watching The Young and the Restless. I don't think there's anybody under the age of 65 who still knows that those shows are on still. Artemis Lestrange, OMG, you'd love Wolf Hall and Mildred Pierce. I know, I gotta check those out. Katie, The Fall, Dr. Foster, and Killing Eve. Oh no, am I buffering? Okay, wait, let me reload this. Okay, going up. Okay, Katie, The Fall, Dr. Foster, and Killing Eve are phenomenal dramas by the BBC. I've heard of The Fall and Killing Eve. Is Sandra Oh in Killing Eve? I'm not quite sure. Haven't heard of Dr. Foster yet, though. Julia Roberts, at Jimmy 1500, my best friend has been watching General Hospital their whole life. Wow, dang. That's amazing. Like, that's dedication. If you are dedicated to, like, daytime soap operas, like, wow, you're, like, of a dying breed. Shamia 1500, British shows are amazing. Their dry humor is amazing. Artemis Lestrange, at Katie, have you seen The Missing Artemis Lestrange? It was a fresh take on a trope. Okay. Katie said, The Mole was my shit, vintage Anderson Cooper. Yeah, oh, I loved The Mole. Like, I just think I was really into it because I was really into, like, spy stuff, and I low-key didn't understand what the hell was going on, but dang, that show was good. Shimmy 1500, at Julia Roberts, I don't get it. It seems so draining to keep up with those shows. Julia Roberts, was anyone else really into Degrassi back in the day? I wonder why there aren't any teen shows like that these days. Degrassi. I've always heard about Degrassi. Personally, never watched it. Because it's like, I don't know, like, what channel was Degrassi on in the United States? Like, I know that's a Canadian show, but I don't know if it was, like, I don't even know what channel it aired on in the US. I don't know, though, like, I mean, do the CW shows kind of count as, like, the American versions of Degrassi? Mitch. Julia Roberts, I love the old Degrassi. I haven't seen the new ones, though. Katie, yes, Artemis Lestrange, love it. Shimmy 15, wait, no. Samantha F. Watch Poldark. That show is so good. Shimmy 1500. They still have Degrassi. It's just trash now. The good days were when Allie and Drew were on. Julia Roberts. Degrassi went under around the time Drake left. Oh my god. When was that? What year was that? Degrassi basically raised me, to be quite honest. It came on the N and occasionally MTV. What's the N? Oh my god. There's a network called the N? I didn't even know that. Whoa. ASAP, Loney, OMFG, you need to watch Degrassi now. Oh my god, like, how many years has Degrassi been on? Like, that'd be long catching up to do. Samantha F. Poldark is a British show, and the character Demelza is my favorite. She's such a strong and modern character for that time. It takes place, like, in the 1700s. Oh, okay, that's cool. Interesting. Poldark, okay. Julia Roberts, OMG, the N is Nick. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, I was like, what the hell is N? Okay, Nick. Nickelodeon, like Teen Nick, I guess. Oh, okay, okay, I get it. Yeah, see, I was more of a Disney fan versus like Nickelodeon. Like I watched a couple Nickelodeon shows like here and there, like Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, obviously, a little bit of Rugrats, but I wasn't really too into Nickelodeon. Like I was definitely more of a Disney person. Um, ASAP Loaning, it's free on YouTube. No, you really gotta watch it. Dang. Okay. You know what's so funny is like, cause one of my favorite people on YouTube, it's these YouTubers. Like I always say, whenever anyone asks me like, who's your favorite YouTuber, I always say Two Gay Mats and one of the Mats on that show. They absolutely love Degrassi. So I've always been like, maybe I should like get into Degrassi. So I don't know. Maybe one of these days I will. Um, Julia Roberts, it was on a different channel from the regular Nick. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. Movies FN. Degrassi has aged so bad though. Julia Roberts, they show old reruns on that channel now, I think. Oh, okay. Okay, I need to like find that on my TV then. Shimmy 1500, I really only watched the live Nick shows like Ned's Declassified. Oh yeah, like I remember Ned's Declassified, yeah. Samantha F. I was a Nick fan because I had Dish Network, but then I got DirecTV and had Disney, so I was converted. Haha. Yeah, same. I feel like I think what did I have when I was? Oof, I don't even remember because there were some times when I was growing up where like we would have like cable networks like Disney and all of that, and then like sometimes like there were like couple months there where we wouldn't have those shows, we wouldn't have those networks. So I don't know. Maybe I just like didn't have Nick at a period of time when I would have liked it. Katie, shout out to Matt Steele. Yes, Two Gay Mats. Everyone, like, I feel like if you like the kinds of videos I make on my channel and like what we're talking about right now, like pop culture and stuff, like, go and support Two Gay Mats, you guys. Like, they're so funny. I love those guys. Like, they'd be like, if they were ever into like doing a YouTube collab, like they would be like one of my dream collab people. Um, yeah, I love Two Gay Mats. Oh, love them, love them. Julia Roberts, Drake left season 7. Oh my god, how many seasons were there? Um, Samantha F. OMG, I love them. Oh my god, I love how we have some Two Gay Mat fans here. Because sometimes, whenever like I talk about Two Gay Mats to other people, they're like, "What? Who are they? What is that?" But oh my god, we have multiple people in the chat who know about Two Gay Mats. I'm like, there's an overlap in like the community here. I love it. Samantha F. OMG, I love them. I love the reaction when Beyonce dropped her self-titled album. Haha. Oh my god, that's so funny that you think about it because that you say that because that's how I discovered Two Gay Mats, because at the time when Beyonce dropped her album, I was like, "Oh, I want to see other people's reactions to when Beyonce dropped her album." And then like theirs was one of the first to come up, and oh, I subscribed to them. I subscribed to them after that video, and it was like one of the greatest things I ever subscribed to. Like, I absolutely love their channel. They are so funny. I love them. I love them. Like, there's been days when I've literally rewatched all of their videos. Like, they're hilarious. Go subscribe to them, you guys. Two Gay Mats. Two Gay Mats. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. They're so fun, and they're so knowledgeable about pop culture. Like, go right now. Well, not right now. Like, maybe like open up another tab and then like subscribe to their YouTube channel. You won't regret it. Let's see. Is Matt Steele the black one? No, that's Matt Palmer. Matt Palmer is the black one, and Matt Steele is like the redhead. Um, and like their thing is like Matt Steele's really into like Broadway musical theater, and Matt Palmer he's more because he's like a singer songwriter, and he's more into like pop music, and sometimes they do like reaction and review videos to songs, and like their the reactions, like they don't really post their full reactions on YouTube because of like copyright and stuff. They post the full reaction on their like Facebook page, but you guys need to watch some of their videos, like especially the reaction ones. It's so funny, like it's hilarious. um let's see. Shimmy 1500. Oh wait, no, did I miss something? Julia Roberts, I went through phases. Sometimes I watched Nick, sometimes I watched Disney. Nick was on fire for a while though. KD, no. At Movies FN. Matt Palmer's black. Yes. Shimmy 1500. Degrassi has like 50 seasons, and I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I don't think so either. Movies FN. I love their Beyonce videos. Yeah, all of their Beyonce videos, amazing. Julia Roberts sigh when JT got stabbed. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm assuming that happened on Degrassi. At first, I thought when you said JT, I thought you were talking about Justin Timberlake, and I was like, oh my god, what happened? Um, Movies FN. Okay, did y'all ever think the white Matt was a little person? I swear he. Oh my god, no! What the heck? I never thought that. Katie, same. Two gay Mats is fun to binge watch. LOL. Yeah, they're hilarious. I love them. Like, I literally feel like I would be friends with them in real life. Like, we would get along really well. And it's funny too because, like, on my personal Twitter, not on like, and you guys can follow that personal Twitter too. It's at SA_811 underscore. I'll actually put it in the I'll put it in the little comments right now. But sometimes I tweet, like, I will tweet something like a couple, like, oh, last week I like tweeted something about like people who call themselves Beyonce fans aren't even Beyonce fans if they don't know, if they don't even know the existence of Beyonce's Four. And Matt Steele like tweeted me back immediately, and I like went on his Twitter to see if he was following me, and he wasn't even following me, and I was like, what the heck? So me and Matt Steele have had like some back and forth conversation, and me and Matt Palmer have had some back and forth conversation as well. So but like, I absolutely love them, and they are just, I just feel like we would be like best friends. uh, let's see. Shimmy 1500 literally sounds like me with Jenna Marbles videos. I literally watch her videos 2 times. Movies FM was a little person. It's his big head and small body or something. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I watch their videos on like my TV in the living room, and my that TV is a smart TV, so I can watch YouTube on the TV. And my dad, like, he knows I love two gay Matt, so every now and then he'll like peek at what I'm watching, and like he'll be like, oh, is that, is he a little person? Like, he asked that about Matt Steele, so I guess like people do think he is because like his head is like really really big in proportion to his body, so I don't know. Samantha F, yes, I also love this one reaction video where these girls are on a Google Hangout thing, and then one of the girls realizes that Beyonce dropped the album and was on the verge of crying. You know it? Oh yeah, you're talking about, okay, you're talking about when Crystals from The Read and Cheska Lee and then another girl, because they had a Google Hangout and they were talking about an episode of Scandal, because I remember it was a Thursday night and Scandal airs on Thursday night. So they were talking about the Scandal episode that had just aired, and then Crystal's like, "Oh my god, Beyonce just dropped an album," and she like legit starts crying. If you guys have never watched that, you need to watch that video. If you, especially if you're a huge Beyonce fan, like, you will think it's the funniest thing. It's actually how I found a lot of like when Beyonce dropped her album, looking for people's reactions, like it's how I found a lot of the people who I still like love their content, like, you know, The Read, even though I don't listen to them like consistently, like, it's how I found The Read. It's how I think I discovered Cheska Lee through that. I discovered Two Gay Mats through them. I also discovered another YouTuber, his name is Cameron Phillips. I discovered him through that, like, and I still watch these people and listen to what they make. So yeah, that was just a really great moment for the culture. um let's see. Katie, Matt Palmer's new album is good too. Oh yeah, Matt Palmer, like, he's so talented. And the videos too. Like, watch the videos. Julia Roberts, I followed them. Wow, that sounds like my kind of content. I'll follow you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I just got a notification actually that you followed me on Twitter. But yeah, Julia, they've actually done they've done reaction videos to Ariana Grande stuff. Now, in the beginning, because like Matt Palmer, he's a huge, because they each have their own like personal stand. Like, Matt Palmer loves Mariah Carey, and honestly, I've learned a lot about Mariah Carey from watching their videos. So Matt Palmer loves Mariah Carey, and Matt Steele loves Carol Channing. And Matt Palmer, like, when Ariana Grande first came out, like, he was a little bit like hesitant to her because, you know, he's like a huge Mariah fan. He's very loyal to her and he's like a lamb. But he like now really really loves Mariah. He now really really loves Ariana Grande. So yeah, because I feel like you're a huge Ariana Grande fan. So I think like you'll really enjoy their videos, especially pertaining to Ariana Grande and like his musical insight too, because he like actually has a background in music and pop music. 'Cause he went to school for like music making and stuff. So yeah, go subscribe to them, you guys. Like, I keep like, I basically am plugging them right now, but literally just follow them. If you like my stuff, I'm sure you will like their stuff. Let's see. Okay, my friend literally just texted me. I don't know what's happening. Um. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. My friend is like texting me right now. Okay. Um. Let's see. Julia Roberts, if you don't know four exists, you're not a fan. Yeah. People who say that they're Beyonce fans, like, especially, I feel like right now we're living in a time where it's a very trendy thing to like Beyonce, but if you truly like Beyonce as much as you say you do, you would know that four exists. Um, yeah. Okay. KD. KD, yes, at Julia Roberts, yes, yes, yes. Samantha F, do any of you guys watch those YouTubers that are diehard Beyonce fans, like AJ Beckett and Zachary Campbell? I think I've heard of those two, but I've personally never like really watched them. Um, Shamia 1500, OMG, Crystal's reaction that made me stan LMAO. Yes, so good, so good. Um, Julia Roberts, when self-titled released, I was in San Francisco watching the Nutcracker. I got up and left, LMAO. Oh my god, that is so funny. Girl, I would leave too. Like, if I was in the middle of a test, I would like low-key be like, well, I guess the test is done. Like, that is hilarious. It was worth it to leave. I mean, you could watch another production of the Nutcracker Girl. It will still be there. Experiencing Beyonce's album drop in real time will not be there. That's a once in a lifetime moment. So, yeah. Julia Roberts, I would have started screaming and announcing it, haha. Shimmy 1500, I remember when self-titled came out and me and my best friend made an entire gospel remix album of it over like 2 months. That was truly a time. Oh my god, this was so iconic. Samantha F, so I could spot the beehive and we could collectively start hyperventilating and reacting. I love how we're like reliving this moment right now. Movies FM, Beyonce just dropped an album. What? Wait, what? Oh my god, for a second, did you guys see my face? I literally think I like lost like blood flow in my face right now. Lord, oh my god. Movies FN, OMG, OMG. Julia Roberts, she dropped it on title. Samantha F. Wait, what? Samantha F. Julia, do not play. Julia Roberts, she did an LMAO. She would have dropped it on title, not iTunes. Samantha F. Julia, why you play with my emotions? I didn't do it. Julia Roberts, I didn't do it. She made 1500. You almost passed out. LMAO. I don't know if you're referring to me, but like, it really got hot in here. Oh my god, I almost like lost like blood flow in my face. Woo! That was intense. Movies FN, LOL, I'm such a troll for that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we don't play around when it comes to Beyonce albums dropping out of the blue. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Shimmy 1500, yes, you literally lost all emotion on your face and got so serious, lol. Because this is a very serious matter. When she drops those albums, girl, it's like, be ready to drop the coins. Be ready to stay up all hours of the night. Like, be ready to devote the next 24 hours of your life to her. That's what it means when you're a Beyonce fan. Samantha F. Oh, movies FN. Why you troll us like that? Oh, God, man. Oh, wow. What a time. What a time. Okay, so I'm gonna, like, make this, like, 5 more minutes, and then we'll just end it right here. Because, yeah, we've been doing this for, like, an hour and a half. I feel like this is, like, one of the longest streams I've had on a Sunday for a while. Did you like Drake's Nice for What video? Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really cool how I liked the people who he had in it. Like, I love Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, love, love, love Tracy Ellis Ross. It was cool to see like Rashida Jones. It was cool to see Letitia Wright. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I love his sample of Lauryn Hill's what Lauryn Hill song did he sample there? God, Beyonce sang it in On the Run too. Oh, I'm forgetting, but I know he sampled that Lauryn Hill song from Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So, yeah, loved it. The woman who directed it was only 22 or 23. Yeah, I know. It like made me feel really, really great about myself when I heard that. Um, KD, Queen Rashida, yes, Rashida Jones. Samantha F. Stranger Things started production, and I cannot wait until 2019 for that show. Yeah, I saw the cast was tweeting about it. Shamiya 1500. I remember when Formation dropped, and me and my best friend were scrambling trying to get the link to the YouTube video. Oh yeah, because like that YouTube video link was unlisted, so it was like only if you had that link was the only way that you could view that video. I remember because I follow Beyonce Legion on Twitter, so I was like, oh, like this is happening. So, Julia Roberts, X Factor. Yeah, that's the name of the song. I always forget the name of that song. I don't know why, but I just do. Samantha F. Shamia, same. I was looking for someone to have it. Brianna Marie, what was this live about? Oh God, what did we talk about, you guys, on this stream? I feel like we jumped around so many topics. Like we talked about, like I know we talked about stands. We talked about Beyonce versus Michael Jackson. Compare like how that comparison is like ridiculous. Yeah, Julia Roberts, pop stars and TV. Yep, that's basically it. Oh, and also two gay mats. We talked about two gay mats. That's pretty much it. It was a really fun light live stream. Um, Shimmy 1500, I had a dream the other day that AHS 8 Surprise dropped on Netflix and it was a cabin theme season. Woo, Ryan would probably never though. He hates quality content besides gold. Damn, that is freaking a shade, Shamia. I do know that Ryan, he has that deal with Netflix though, so I don't know. I don't like if there's one person who would love to pull a Beyonce like that, it would be Ryan Murphy. Like he would love to like drop something out of the blue, you know? And I feel like that was kind of the premise around, was it Colt, I believe? Or no, it was Roanoke. That was kind of the premise around like Roanoke was this idea of like trying to keep things a secret. And I think that was like inspired by Beyonce, like keeping things a secret for a long time. So yeah, KD, LOL. I know, LOL. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So two more minutes. Do you think the next season of Black Mirror will suck? Um, I don't know. Like for me, I think I personally preferred season three over season four as like a whole. I didn't think like season four was bad, but I just think like season three, like the episodes were a bit more solid than four. I think Black Mirror will be fine as long as they have the time to come up with like really good ideas. Because I do think like I mean their turnaround between three and four like that was a full year, you know, but that was really quick for them because with season three they had a lot of time like in between two and three because of Netflix being able to pick up the rights to the show and then like them having to produce and come up with the ideas like they had a long time like they had a longer time for that. So I would rather Black Mirror take their time to come up with good quality episodes versus just like rushing to get for the sake of like getting the episodes out. Um Shamia 1500, Roanoke tried to pull Beyonce, but not at all. I didn't think Roanoke was bad. Shamia 1500, I mean it was cute, but he wanted to keep it a secret. I think he meant like to keep like the whole like switch up thing a secret. You know, like oh, it's actually well, okay, I spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but you know what I mean. It switches mid-season. Samantha, celebrities try to pull a Beyonce but fail. I think no other celebrity can pull off what she does. She is the master of surprise. True that. Julia Roberts, I think Drake could potentially. I feel like you have to be of like a certain like star status in order to do something like that, and people would actually care that you like dropped something out of the blue, you know? Like if a random indie artist dropped an album out of the blue, not many people would frankly care, but you have to be of a certain level to drop an album out of the blue and for that many people to care, and then to also like have the production quality and have all of that like not leak. You have to be of a certain like status, you know? Let's see here. Brianna Marie. Anybody recommend any new things on Netflix? I don't know. I'm gonna throw that out to you guys. If you guys have any new Netflix recommendations, shout it out to Brianna, Julia Roberts, and maybe Rihanna. Shami 1500. Anti almost did it well, but title leaked it like 5 hours before it was supposed to come out. Oh dang, I didn't know that. Julia Roberts, if Rihanna randomly released an album tomorrow, people would go crazy. Oh yeah, especially since like it's been a while since she's dropped a new album, so, and a lot of people I feel like are really wanting it. Um, Julia Roberts. Oh wait, no, I already read that. Samantha F. But Drake is very consistent with music, and same with Rihanna. But Beyonce's content are rare gems nowadays. True, true, true. All very true. Shimmy 1500. I feel like Rihanna is definitely going to surprise drop, and I'm definitely going to scream when she does. Won't be surprised. Julia Roberts. Rihanna last album was 2 years ago. I feel like she's taking time with her music now. That's good because there was a period of time when it was like every year she had a new album. Shimmy 1500. I feel like Rihanna just wants to get her coin from fashion, but is doing music for her fans. Actually, 1500, it's working. Yeah, because I mean, like, Rihanna has a lot of stuff going for herself right now. Julia Roberts, yeah, Rihanna was trying to get out of her contract. Oh, which, is she signed still? Is she still under, like, Rock Nation? I don't know. That might be outdated. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so this is the last minute, and then I will end things here. So if you guys have any last things, now's the time. Rihanna has like 5 different brands, such a queen. I know. That's the key, diversifying your portfolio, man. Julia Roberts, she's building a legacy. That she is, for sure. Um, okay, I'm just gonna end things here. So if you guys, appreciated the stream. I hope you guys had fun. I probably be releasing my travel vlog, possibly at 12 p.m. in the afternoon tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time, so watch out for that, and more future videos to come, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Okay, so, bye!